Hey, hi there. Hello, everybody. So, welcome again. Today is the fifth day. Yes, the fifth day, the fifth consecutive day of Success Affirmations. And this is me, Tausif Sheikh, available at your service once again, offering all that I can to add value to you, to pull you people up, to be with you, to grow together. Okay, so this is what Tausif Sheikh, all available for you at your service. Okay, and that's what we are doing. Just a quick thing, every single day we guys meet up, right? We all meet up on this common platform to transform our lives, to take some small steps. Yes, slow gradual improvements, increments in our own personal abilities, and we do that every day. And this small steps over a period of time is going to add you a great transformation. Yeah, so this is why I am here again, and welcome to the growth zone. Yes, it's the growth zone. It's you becoming tough. It's you taking charge of your life. It's you taking on the responsibility to transform yourself to a better individual. Yeah, this is what we are doing in here. Okay, and as part of our daily talks, what we do basically whatever your past would have been, okay, it would have been tough, if it would have faced a lot of situations, no matter what is happening in your life right now, it would have been with lot of pressure, stress, trauma, failures, sufferings. It could have been anything. Your past could have been anything, doesn't really matter. But the thing is, when we are in today, what we are doing, we are trying to get away from this kind of a negative past. Okay, yes, we are trying to cut ourselves from the past that we are having, and we want to build a big highway, okay, where you can go as fast as you can, as strong as you can, as powerful as you can, towards the bright future. So this is what we are doing in these everyday sessions. Your past could be painful, but it would no longer affect you, because you would just cut yourself from your past. You would be in the present, you would utilize the opportunity, and you would walk towards a bright future. And this is what we are doing, this initiatives, where we come down every day, we try to take some time out of our busy day, no matter what we are doing in the 24 hours, but we take some time, we reserve like half an hour of our daily times. It started like 10-15 minutes, but we started taking 20 minutes, and then I started seeing it's almost touching 30 minutes. But what we do, this 30 minutes of the entire 24-hour cycle, we are taking charge of our life, and we are reserving a slot for growth. Okay, and this is what I have been doing. Okay, so this is now where I started telling you people. But for the first time, when I felt all these thoughts, that was in my initial days of IT career, just 2-3 years down in the IT industry. And when I started discovering more, exploring more, knowing more, okay, everybody has that hunger of how to become more successful, how to become more powerful. Everybody has that, right? They want to get to a better place, a better individual, a better profession, a better situation where people respect them, value them. They get the position, they get the power, they get the money, they get all the benefits. Everybody has that desire. So when I started my IT career, I started getting on with it, and then I was hungry. I was hungry for more, I was hungry for growth, and I was ready to put in the efforts. Okay, no excuses. If you want to give excuses, there would be a bunch of it, load of it, and you can always have that burden on your shoulders, like there is this reason I cannot do it, there is that reason I cannot do it. But I was not of that nature. I wanted to do something, no matter how tough my situations, no matter what kind of background I am coming in, what kind of education I am having, does not really matter. I wanted to take responsibility of my life. So I started attacking the internet, I started searching more, I started reading about people who are actually becoming very successful in life. And these are the people where to whom success is not handed ready made. Okay, these are the people who put in efforts every single day to become successful. I started following these kind of people, and then I started learning their life patterns. What do they do, what do they don't do, what kind of circle they are having, what is the mindset which they are doing. And when I started discovering more, okay, then slowly steadily I started consuming that knowledge. So what I am, the person that you see talking to you, this is not something which has just risen overnight. I have been doing a lot of practices, a lot of efforts to become something different than the others. Okay, and it's the effort to put in over a period of long time, that's what has become me here. And I want that all of you people, I don't want you to pass through the same journey which I have been through. It has been pretty long journey for me, 5 plus years, 7 solid years, where there were sometimes commitments, there were sometimes loss of commitment, there were pain terms, but I learned through these ups and downs of life. But what I want is, I want to give all my learnings which I collected over this huge period of time of 7 years, and which then I finalize, okay, these are the practices which I should be applying in my life. And when I apply it with full enthusiasm, I am going to become a great person. Okay, I have all those conclusions, and I then started accepting these facts for me. I started applying these on myself on a day to day basis, and then I started seeing the change. Okay, I became a different person from every month to month. I started observing the Tausif which I was knowing was a pretty different person, and now it is different, and every day it was improving. Okay, but my journey is a pretty long one. It has been a journey of 5 plus years, 7 years, with highs and lows, ups and downs, but I don't want you people to pass through the same pain. And that's where all whatever I have learned, I want to give to you people on a very precise basis, as cool as possible, as composed as possible, and as spoon feeded as possible, if you say. Okay, step by step instructions, step by step actions, which if you follow, okay, is going to transform your life. And this is one of a pattern when I realized that there are ways, there are techniques which you can apply on yourself, and which is going to help you transform. And then what happened, I started applying these principles to myself. But like a human being says, we are all full of lot of responsibilities, right? We need to go do this, we need to do that, we have to take care of our family, we have to take care of our friends, there is money problem, there is this tension, there is health problem, there, your life is filled with a lot of mumbo jumbo, right? Lot of situations happening, and which are not in your control. You cannot say that today is going to be my best day right up ahead, right? It can throw you a lot of challenges, and that's what kept happening. So despite knowing the right ways of doing and applying on my life, I felt the pain in actually continuing to do that. So now recently, like, many people are reaching out to me, and they are saying in direct chats, like, how to get more committed, I'm not able to do that. Same journey, I have been through the same, and despite knowing the right ways, I was not able to get it done. Okay, and then I discovered that even though people know, it's very tough to implement. Okay, it's really tough to implement. There is one thing, when we are in our college days, okay, or there is this entire academic section which is available, right? Studies and education. I'll tell you one simple great fact. Okay, it's a pretty straight one. It's mandatory for going to the next class. It is mandatory that you have to pass the examinations of your previous, right? Okay, now that's the target which is assigned to your brain, and what you do, you put in all your efforts in order to become and cross that barrier, and you turn up for the examinations no matter how you do it, but entire brain is focused on crossing the examinations. You cross, you become better, and then you pass to the next year. And that's where, if you are just looking at the academic conversion rate, there are so many people, we are a huge population, but every year by year there are graduates happening, engineers happening, masters happening, and it happens there is a huge percentage of people who keeps passing these examination. Okay, now why is that? Okay, understand, as a human being, your brain is having a target, and that target is to pass, is to cross. And there is a situation created where people, your environment, your college or institute or organization, they are forcing you and making it mandatory for you to pass. And then you are walking with the flying colors, you pass, then there is a chase, who is the topper, who is this, who is that percentage, all those fundas there. But now what happens? When you are out of your academics, you are into this big world, a world which is hungry, a world which can show you a lot of success, it can show you a lot of pain. It has everything, and every people suffer from it. It is you who chooses. But there is one fact which you need to know, understand about life. And the fact is, in life, it's not mandatory for you to become successful. It's not mandatory. You need to understand that, and you already know it. Okay, and because it is not mandatory, because there is nobody sitting on your head and asking you to become successful, that's why you take it casual. That's why you take it casual every day. If you're working in corporates, if you're working in any organizations, or if you're getting paid, Everybody, the world around, maximum percentage is very hungry just for their own benefit, for their own business. This is what kind of a world we are in right now. There would be very few organizations, there would be very few people who actually see value in your growth. That's how the world is, and you need to accept that. Now what's happening is, the maximum dominant section of the society doesn't care whether you are growing or not. People care about their profits. Okay, and when there is this hunger of profit, nobody is valuing about your personal growth. There is nothing mandatory for you. You just go along with the phase, slow and easy, nice and easy. And that's what have been happening in the IT industry, the industry which I personally have been in past since 10 years. It goes pretty nice and easy, cool, calm. But then you realize 5 years in the industry, 10 years in the industry, and when you look behind, you see that your growth is pretty linear. The person that you have become is pretty linear, your mindset is pretty linear, your potential, your capability, nothing is applied. Why? That's the question. You cross from the age of 20 to the age of 30. When you look back, you realize it has been so flat. And the core reason is, there was no direction, no mentor, nobody forcing you to become successful. And you need to understand that fact. And I realized it, like in life, success is not mandatory. It's left up to the individual, and human being by nature likes to be in comfort zone. It likes to be in that environment where I don't want to change. I want to sleep till 9 a.m. I don't care about the world. That's what is inherent into a human being. Okay, we don't like to change in ourselves. That's what is your personality. We always try to be in a safe comfort zone. You would find very less people who wants to take the challenge and cross these boundaries, and those people at least put the efforts. Whether they'll become or not is a different story, but there is less percentage of people who would put the efforts to become good. Now out of those small percentage of people, there would be some people who apply the right practices and they would actually become good. Very small percentage of people who would apply. Now you can just imagine this entire world population, layer 1. There are a lot of people who don't even know what they want in life, so they are just going flat along with the flow. There would be some percentage of people who would understand that I have to be successful, I have to grow, I have to become powerful. They make a decision that I have to become. So from that huge population, a small percentage of people has decided that I want to grow. Fine, come to the step 2. Now at the stage 2 of these life, now these people, some of them might know the right ways of doing things, and some of them might just spend a lot of time in trying to figure out how exactly to grow. Now just imagine those people who knows what to do. Either they would know it very precisely, or they would take a lot of time. If there is mentoring, if there is guidance, if there is a right kind of direction, those people, again, percentage wise, if you compare, their contribution is again less people coming to the stage 3. So from a huge market, narrowing down to people who want to grow, from this people who wants hunger and growth, narrowing it down to those people who actually know the right way of doing, we are at the stage 3. The people who know what's the right way of doing. Okay, you and me, if you are in these sessions with me right now, we know what's the right way, and I would say that you are better than all the other people who don't care about their lives. And second stage, if you are coming here for the first time, then you are better than, you are actually trying to figure out that I want to grow, I want to grow. You are at the stage 2. But if you are a consistent person of this session, that means you're on stage 3, where you have realized that okay, there is some better practice, at least somebody is saying so. Okay, there is some better practice. You are at the stage 3, and believe it, trust me, be with me, and every day, if you are at the stage 3, we would apply these practices and go further. Now what are the next stages? So people come to the stage 3 where they know the practice, and the across the globe, I am saying, the total population of the people who knows how to do the right thing is limited. Now stage 4 comes. Out of this knowledge which the people have about doing the right thing, not doing the right thing, out of this, again, there are very small set of people, very limited population again, who are committed, motivated, pumped to do that every single day. Despite knowing the right ways of doing, people will not care. The life would throw them through such a roller coaster ride full of ups and downs that they would fail, they would drop off. So despite you know the right ways of doing things, you would not continue, you would not put stable foot for your own success. That's the stage 4 people. Only very limited people would stay committed that yes, I will do. I will do. Yes, tell to yourself, I will do. I know what's the right way of doing it and I will do. Tell it to yourself because you are at the stage 4. There are 4 stages of people who don't even get the thought of what you're doing right now. But at the stage 4, if you know what needs to be done, you need to attach one more thing to that, and that's your commitment and hunger for growth. Know it, people. 1 month from now or 10 days from now, if you are not in the same talks again, that means you are again going back to the people who knew what to do, but they are not applying it, and it's useless. If you just have the knowledge and if you're not applying the knowledge, it's useless. It's better you don't even have it. At least you can say, I didn't knew that. But what excuse you are going to give to your future self when the future self asks you, a person 20 years from now, when he looks back to you and says, put in the effort, I am possible for you. And you are going to fail yourself if you're not applying this knowledge to proper result. Do it for your own self. Do it for a person who is waiting 10 years ahead from now in the year 2030, and it is looking at you and it is pleading, okay, yes, I am possible. Put your efforts today so that I can become. And there would be a dull person sitting there which says, you do something, you'll eventually reach me. Now which kind of a future you want to succeed? Yeah, that's the question which you should ask in your present. Both the possibilities exist, guys. Okay, the future is not written, it's not fixed, it's uncertain. It all depends upon the steps that you perform today. Okay, it's very important to realize in future there is a person who can have a bright, successful everything whatever he wants. Money, fame, people, power, finance, everything, whatever you dream of, happiness, satisfaction, care for people, huge success. That kind of possible you is available in a future, maybe 10 years from now. There is another version of you also available who is still lazy, who is still complaining, who is still dependent on other people, like, please help me, please do this for me, please do that for me, I'm not getting opportunities in life. Both possibilities exist. And there is a mediocre also. The way you continue right now, you keep continuing, that version is also available. So when these 3 versions available, one which is successful and bright, one which is mediocre, and one which is struggling and low in life, these are all your 3 possible futures at any given day of your life. And now it's a choice you want to make. What do you want to become? Which future you want to make happy? Which future you want to insult and kill? That's your future, and you have to make the choice today. If you are continuing the way you are continuing, you would just become, it's fact, it's honest state observations. If you are continuing the way you are doing right now, you would become mediocre. It's your choice. Because you're not putting in more efforts, you're not getting low, you're continuing, you have become mediocre, average, and the world, lot of population is average, guys. Here we are talking about extraordinary. If you want to still become average, it's your choice. Don't blame it on others. You have chosen to be the same person which you have been from the day you were born till now. The mindset which you are carrying, the subconscious mind which you have become right now, is going to lead you to a mediocre life. Now there are 2 more brackets. Do you want to become successful or do you want to become a failure in life? Now, consciously, when you decide today, 2nd of April 2020, today is that day. When you decide today, it's a choice whether you want to become this or you want to become this. You ask 1,000 people and there would be 100% response that nobody would want to become a failure. Nobody in life ever wants to become a failure. There might be people saying mediocre, but even they would also say, I don't want to become mediocre, but there is a possibility, huge percentage going there. But if you ask 1,000 people what kind of future they want, all of them would say, I want to become successful. that version is possible in future. A grand better you, a powerful you who is beyond all the limitations and restrictions of this world, a powerful you whose capabilities are limitless. He's successful, he's massive, that person is all pumped up with confidence and ready to help the world to transform it to the next layer. That future you is possible. Okay, it all depends what kind of actions you would be taking today. If you don't do anything extraordinary today, forget that you would ever become that successful person. That option doesn't go. Just by making a choice that I want to become successful, it doesn't happen. Choice is just the first step, it is followed by your actions. Understand, that's why we do these sessions where we want to make it practical and very pinpoint. Tell what is going to take you towards your success, tell what is going to fail you bad. We have three possible futures. You would always make a choice to walk towards a successful future. Choice is done. But now let's come back to reality. How many of the people actually become that successful? Look at the global population, look at the success rate of this world. There are very limited people. Guys, I'm not just bullshitting, I'm not bluffing. Go Google it, collect some stats. Even at the age of 60, 70, people are still continuing the jobs. They say, if I retire, I cannot retire basically because I need the monthly income for survival. I don't have enough money so that I can take retirement. And this is a guy who's spending like 60 years and cannot take retirement until the market says, you are done, buddy, go away. Understand this fact. There is a success possible, there is mediocrity. Understand what's the reality of life. Even though you choose to become successful, your actions has to follow that. It's mandatory. If you're not following some actions, if you're not taking change in your own life, if you don't do that, understand this fact that you are never going to become successful. You'll just make a choice that I want to become, but you will never get there. And then you realize 20 years from now, you would say everything is just talking, people never become successful, because you didn't become successful. It's your failure. You chose a life where you wanted to go towards failure, and today, this could be the date, 2nd April 2020, when you know that if you are not taking any extraordinary actions in your life, then definitely for 1,000% you're not reaching success. That's out of your zone. If you're not taking any extraordinary efforts to grow yourself, you are reaching either mediocrity or being a failure in life. Ask this question to yourself: what are you doing today? Are you putting in the efforts which would take you year, which you take you to your success? If today you are not putting the efforts, extraordinary efforts for your growth, for your future, for your career, you are never going to get there. You would be failing. That's the reality. I am not trying to scare you off, but that's the reality, and that's how the entire world is getting down. Understand this fact. And I'm talking about very successful countries. I'm not talking about Indian market. I'm talking about big, very successful countries. These are the stats coming from there. People can't retire because they don't have enough money. Understand this fact and why that happens. And we are sensible human beings. A stitch in time saves nine. Be prepared before the situation comes. Time cannot reverse back. You cannot spend 10 years and then come back to 2020 and then rewrite your entire journey. That's never going to happen. So be smart. Be capable to choose what life you want. Be capable to act in your present for the life you want. Attain it to yourself. Action is a must. If you are just listening, nothing is going to happen in your life. It would be just a person with knowledge. You would just be a tape recorder which can play music, but it cannot do anything else. You would know everything, but your life is not reflecting that. That's a failure, and you need to understand either mediocrity or a failure. And if you're not acting something extraordinary today, then you would not get towards success after 10 years. And you need to understand, and the sooner you understand this fact, you would start heading towards the successful version. The sooner you understand, you would start getting better, you would start improving, and may be very practical. No matter what kind of future you can envision yourself into, if you are putting efforts every day, if the future is this, you can go beyond that. There is no limit. That's how it works. There is no limit. Human potential is not capped. We can excel, we can evolve. Still, the science and the research that's happening across the globe, it's not able to figure out how your brain is completely working. It's still a mystery. We might have done a lot of things on this planet, but we still don't know how this piece of equipment we are blessed with, we take it for granted. Those people who utilize it, apply it, grow in it, become something, others still suffer. So make that choice now. Make it to yourself. Choose what kind of person you want. Step one, choice is very important. Once you choose that I want to become successful, you would realize whether the actions that you are taking right now would take you to there or not. Do a self evaluation. I am nobody, I am no expert. You are your best expert. You know what you do, what you don't. You will not lie to yourself. You can tell stuff to the other people, but you will not lie to yourself. So after this talk is done today, 2nd April 2020, after this talk is done today, you just shut your eyes down, ask a question to yourself, what kind of person you want to become, what kind of life you want from future, success, mediocre and failure. Based on whatever you choose, act like that. If you want to choose failure, it's your choice. Nobody can help you not becoming that. It's your choice. If you want to become mediocre, that's again your choice. But if you want to become successful, great choice, I would say. Now, once you have made that choice, then the second question which you need to ask to yourself, what actions I am doing right now? Would these actions take me to that kind of a life? If the answer comes yes, be happy. You're already on the life track. If the answer is no, then you should realize a change is required. You need to know a reason why you are doing this. That's the most important thing. If you don't understand these talks which we are doing, if you don't know the reason of why we are coming here every day and speaking our heart out, if you don't know that, you need to understand why. And the why we are answering today, because there is a person in future, and that is the future you, who is successful, who is powerful, who is happy, who is grand, who is prosperous, who is beautiful, who is amazing. That kind of a future person is waiting there, and it is looking down at you. And every single second of the day, it is telling you, don't be lazy. Don't do what you're doing right now. You're just sleeping so late. You're wasting your entire day in front of television. Do something so that you can become me. It's pleading you. Do it for your future self, guys. Don't do it for others. Don't do it for your parents. Don't do it for your friends, for family, for anybody. Do it for that future beautiful you who knows that you have the potential, who knows that there is power in each one of us. Your heart knows that it can become a great, grand human being. The world, the creation, the Almighty has blessed us with emotions and power and feelings. We are not able to utilize that. That's our limitation. So discover that. Do it for your future version. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's amazing, and it is pleading you every single second. The way you do and utilize your time right now, that future version is requesting you, begging you, don't do this. If you do that, you will become a failure version of you. Do it so that you can reach to me. Now the question is, the third question which you need to ask, would you be failing yourself? If you do it for the sake of others, that doesn't affect you. But if you are doing it for yourself, now that's a pretty deep question. Will you fail yourself? Now that's something, ask yourself. Are you ready to take that burden of suffering on your head? That kind of a regret, okay? That kind of a failure burden on you, when you knew that you had time, when you knew that you had 2020 with you, but you didn't utilize the time, when you know this fact and still you are going towards the future, and when you are on your deathbed, let's take it more practical. Everybody is going to die, yes or no? Everybody is going to leave this world, and when you're in your final few years of your life, what will you say? I knew it, I didn't do it, or I knew it, I transform, and that's where I'm dying happily. It's a choice. It's a choice. Make it now. There is no regret. This time is never, never, never going to come back. And so you need to understand the meaning of your today. If you just waste it, you are getting into a mediocre to a failure life. But if you know the power of you, if you know the value of the present moment that is with you, know that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you can become whatever you want. It's a choice. Again, I'm telling, it's a choice. Once you made a choice, second stage comes where you have to put in the actions. If you're not doing actions, you will not succeed. You have to do actions, and that's where why I do these sessions. Why? Because I know that people fail in commitments. People fail to show up every single day. I know that. That's how a human being works. But I have to some extent tried to cross those commitment boundaries. I know the techniques by which you can do that. And that's where I show up every day, because I know that people suffer. I suffered it. Okay, I am one of you. I suffered it, but I don't want other people to go through the same pain, learning, sufferings. That's where I come and I offer you my helping hand. Are you ready to put some efforts to yourself to go to that bright, promised, successful version of yourself? And if you are ready, just hold my hand, come along with the journey in a very short duration of time. And I just want to be with you, I just want to help you out till the time. I want to help you out till the time your subconscious becomes consciously aware that it is for hunger. We have taken a session full how your brain works, the wiring works, and I am just needed till the point your subconscious, you have dumped this thought of hunger, success, growth, positive person, full of life. Only till that point I am needed, and after that I would be out of your life, and you can drive your own life very successfully, very, very successfully. You can take actions, you can judge yourself. The time that I am spending right now, would this be good, would this be bad for me in future? Take the corrective actions at the moment, and you would know that. And once your subconscious starts driving you to success, starts poking you to success, there is no going back. So understand this fact. I'm putting in so much efforts. So now no matter whatever the turn up is, there would definitely be some percentage of people who would be affected by these words, because there is a hunger for growth, for a successful future in everybody. I would connect to those people, and to those who are not yet connected, ask these questions to yourself by the end of the day today. What kind of future you want, whether your actions are taking you there. If not taking you there, do you still want to continue the same, and you are heading into a know the reality. Once you know the reality, you would accordingly frame. Okay, so now that's what. Think deeply, act wisely. This time is never going to come back. It's never going to come back. The world kept exploring. Einstein and all the researchers kept thinking, figuring out, can you go in past, can you do some kind of stuff by which you can bridge it up? It's not possible. It's one way, unidirectional. The time would just pass, just pass. And you can do just one thing: go in the future and regret that I wish I should have done this at that time. Ask this question. Do you want to ask this question to yourself after 20 years? Do you want to ask this question to yourself when you're on your deathbed? I wish when it was 2020 and there was somebody, Tausif, who used to come and tell me do something at that time, I still took it casual, and that's why I am here. Would you be happy for that kind of a death? Ask it to yourself. If you would be satisfied with the answer, and I know there would be nobody who would be satisfied with that, because you care about yourself. You don't care about others, it's fine, but you care about yourself, and that's the question you need to answer. Are you going to fail yourself? Are you going to fail yourself? Ask it to yourself. And I think the answer should be no. An answer will be no, because we are logical, we are sensible. The answer is going to be no. You will not fail yourself. You will make yourself successful, powerful, pumped, a winner. So when this kind of a winner attitude is coming, when you want to make yourself a successful person, a winner, then comes now, no matter what it takes. If commitment is a problem, you will learn that. If attitude, mindset, is that a limitation, you would grow beyond that. But once you decide, I am going to make myself a powerful, successful man, I'll not fail in life. Once you do this commitment, you yourself take a step by step thing. Now whatever other reasons come on the way, maybe this problem, that problem, everything you can shatter down, because you know your goal, and your goal is success. So decide that, act in the present. Reasons, excuses doesn't matter, and don't make it matter, and don't get it beyond your ways. Okay, so now we are back. Success affirmations. Just understand these facts, guys. You have to be serious about life. That's where I try to speak it out and inject in you that you are wasting your time. If you're not doing something, this time is not going to come back. You need to understand it is never going to come back, and you would repent about it, you would regret about it. I've seen it. Don't be that dumb that even after knowing it you become a failure and then you also repent about it. Don't do that. Act smart, learn from the mistakes of others, and the world is filled with learning experiences. Open yourself to it, accept it, and act in today. Okay, now I would just be playing this 7 minutes music. You can just turn on the headphones. I know it's already, like, we started at 10, now is 10:36. Okay, but still we'll continue. Because of this, we still continue. These are success affirmations, and daily you inject these success affirmations in yourself. Cool, calm, deep breathe, inhale, consume it to yourself, exhale nicely, accept all these facts, and you would become beautiful. Okay, do it for your future self. It's waiting for you. Okay, so now let me just turn this piece on. Okay, now let's get on. A successful you is waiting out there. Make it powerful.
I have all that I need in order to succeed. I am motivated. I am powerful. My behavior is aligned with my balanced state of mind. Everything that I do serves my goals without affecting others. Each day I completely trust my intuition. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am wise. I am made with the purpose of doing great things. I am a perfect partner for my perfect partner. I am a magnet attracting abundance in my life. Fear is just a feeling. I overcome it and I move forward. I am successful in any area of my life. I am polite and respectful with any person that I meet. I am patient. I am the only one who can stop me. Everything is good right here, right now. I trust the universe that I am doing my best, no matter the situation. I am loyal. I am at peace with myself. I respect myself, and everything that I do is meant to fulfill me. I am open-minded, and I fully take advantage of all opportunities surrounding me. All my relationships have a purpose, and they fulfill me. I choose to see all the opportunities surrounding me. Prosperity surrounds me. Prosperity fulfills me. Prosperity flows towards me and through me. I am able to do amazing things. I am worthy. I am balanced. Everything that I need comes to me at the right moment. I am powerful and present in my own life. I am more than enough. I am full-hearted. I am special. I am at ease with the uncontrollable things happening in my life. I am ready for any challenges. I focus on the good in any given situation. I am aware of my mistakes and I learn from them. I make good decisions. I am calm and relaxed in any circumstances. I am the creator of my own life. I build its foundation and I choose its content. I am filled with energy and I exude happiness. I am far superior to negative thoughts and low actions. I am blessed with infinite talents and I use them every single day. I peacefully detach myself from negative people. I am inspired with new and good ideas. I am content with all my accomplishments. I am brave and I am kind. I am a positive person and my life is filled with prosperity. I am admired and many people acknowledge my results. I am blessed with health and motivation. I am indestructible. I radiate beauty, charm, and grace. I am at peace with everything that happened, happens, and will happen in my life. I am a wonderful human being. I am proud of everything that I've accomplished so far. I feel good in my own skin. All the universe's beauty lies within me. I trust myself to create an amazing life. I am ambitious. I am fearless and I take risks. I accept new experiences. I am curious. I am a learner. I am grateful for my life. I am always happy around other people. I profoundly love myself. I am able to achieve great things in my life. My inner voice is always positive in any given situation. I can do everything I set my mind to. I completely trust myself. I am positive. My life is abundant in wealth, health, and happiness. I accept everyone around me. I am a miracle. I am powerful. I am limitless.
Slow and easy, guys. That's what is a world. You choose what you want to do, you just do it. No matter what you want to do, you make a choice and you just do it. There would be always reasons coming, blockers coming, excuses coming, something which would not allow you to actually go further. But it's again a choice. You want to allow those reasons to go beyond you, or you want to cut down these reasons and find that one reason why you want to grow and just grow. It's a choice. Every day, every moment, every time of your life, it's a choice, and you have to make it. Wrong choices would not lead to success. You have to make the right choices and then act on those choices, and that would transform you. Do it for yourself. It's a beautiful world full of opportunities, which is going to take you to a bright, glorious world. And we are all in this together. While we are alive, we have time. While we are healthy and fit, we have time. Don't let not having time come in picture. Don't say that you are busy for your own success. Don't do that. You're failing your future you. And that's the worst part. Take care, understand it, make the time count. Signing out, Tausif Sheikh, Day 5 Success Affirmations. Bye bye.